and welcome to my channel. Today we're finally reviewing the pieces that I got from the Glamlite X Rick and Morty collection. I've been hinting that I would get some of this for a little while, but I think it always takes a little while for things to get to me in the Netherlands, and well, doesn't matter, it's here. So, as some of you may know, Glamlite did a collab with Michaela about a year and a half ago. At least the second part of their collab. And this is just my favorite palette ever. I've hit pretty significant pan in 3 of the shades and going on like 5. I've used all the colors in here so many times. I just love this one. So when I saw that they came out with a Rick and Morty collection, which is a show I really like, I was amazed by this color story because it kind of reminded me of the Michaela palette. So this is what it looks like. Of course, it's a lot brighter. Yeah, it varies a little bit more. There's some red and some pink in here, but there's also some greens and some blues. But I did feel like this would pair really nicely with my favorite palette, or maybe become my new favorite palette. I wasn't sure, but I love the fact that there seem to be a couple of shades in here that are light enough for me to use as a highlight, or like an inner corner, something like that. I really love a light shimmer. And then there are some really interesting shades in here, like this green and this purple, this bluish shade. And I thought just the way these shades are arranged was really pretty, and I thought this would be a really fun one to have. There are some other things in the collection as well. There is a highlighting palette, which consists of 3 shades, and I think they're all duochrome shades. There's a blue one, a green one, and a more pinky one. Then there are 2 lip kits. There's the Accelerated Time lip kit, which features Morty. And then there's the Rick hologram lip kit, which features Rick. And one is more orangey toned, one is more blue-purple toned. And both of them contain a lip liner and metallic lip gloss. And I personally really love Glamlite's lip products. I've had several collections of them in the past, like their Frosted Flakes or their Barbie. And their lip liners just become my favorites. I use them all the time. This is actually, I think, the one I use the most, or actually these 2. This is the one from the Barbie collection and this one from Frosted Flakes. I mean, they're becoming pretty tiny. I use these all the time. And I didn't have a purple lip liner yet, and there is one in the Rick hologram kit, so that's really nice. So yeah, we're going to try some of that out today. Oh, there's also a mister for your face in the shape of a beaker. Which I'm pretty sure is also the English word, which I wasn't really interested in. But we're going to play with the colored products, do a nice lip, do a nice eyeshadow, and then I'll talk a little bit about what I think about this collection, a little bit more. So yeah, let's get into it. I'm only doing 1 look today, but I'll definitely do a 3 looks 1 palette with this really soon. So stay tuned for that and subscribe if you want to see it. By the way, if you're wondering why I'm such a sweaty mess, it's 32 degrees right now in the Netherlands, and we don't have air conditioning. I think it's about 95, something like that, maybe 90. So yeah, it's pretty hot, but we're pushing through. I'm going to start with my Glamlite eyeshadow base. I have this one in the shade Classic Vanilla. Alright, so let's figure out what we're going to do with this palette today. I'm wearing a blue dress. By the way, this is a beautiful flower dress from Hollister. Therefore, I kind of want to do something with the blues. But I always like a couple of shades to work with. So I think we're going to combine the blue with some of the pink. Yes, that'll be fun. Oh, I can't wait to do hundreds of looks with this one. So I'm going to start off with this shade, which actually has a little Rick embossed in it. And I'm going to put this in my outer crease. And now that I'm doing this, I do realize this is a shade I gravitate towards. And I do use it a lot. So I hope you don't mind. I mean, this blue is beautiful. I am noticing that there aren't a lot of very light shades in here, apart from those shimmers. I think these greens are a little bit lighter as well, but I think that blue was a very logical choice. All right, now I'm going to put something in the outer corner. And instead of doing the thing that is predictable, which would be this deep blue, I'm going to take this purple instead. So I have a nice, this one, yeah. So I have a nice transition to the pink. I really love this shade of purple. It's like a blurple. Is that what it's called? Or a very royal purple. I love that. I'm also putting it on the outside of the lower lash line. Yeah, look at that effortless blend. I hardly did anything, and I'm not really striving for perfection. But if I would, then it would be achievable with this palette, I'm sure of it. If there was a lighter blue, I could blend out that edge even more. I'll take a clean brush and try to do that anyway. But this blend from the deeper purple into the blue is just effortless, and I love this shade. I think it's really cool because the Michaela palette also has blue and purple, but they're different shades. The purple is more purple and the blue is more blue. These are both more in between purple and blue, which is a type of color that I really love. So this is going splendidly. Now I would have liked there to be a lighter pink, but there isn't. So I'm just going to take this pink over here, which is more of a hot pink, and I'm going to put that more on the inner part, connecting into that purple. I haven't seen that many reviews on this collection, but the reviews that I have seen, and I've mostly seen the thumbnails, they're all very positive. Oh, that's nice. It's a little bit dramatic, but I love it. And now, you know, this brush is already dirty anyway, so I'm also going to take just a little bit of the black. I can't help myself. And I do have to say that the shades seem to be a little bit more powdery. I don't know if you can see, but there's like, you know, I dip in my brush pretty lightly, but there's still some powder. But I don't find them lackluster on the eyes at all. They're actually quite pigmented, but not too pigmented. Absolutely no issues. Just wanted to point out that there is a little bit of kick up in the pan. And I love the fact that there's a black in here, as well as like a silver and some other intergalactic shades. It really fits the theme. I am kind of regretting the black though. I really like that purple. I'm going to clean up the brush on my hand. I'm going back in the purple. See if I can revive the purple a little bit. So now I'm taking this stiff shader brush, which seems to be very green, but I don't think it's there's any pigment or a lot of pigment left behind. And I'm going back with that light blue. Really blend out that upper edge. That's nice. That's perfect. Yeah, I really like this. All right, so now for shimmers. I kind of want to take a look at this one first. So I'm just taking a little bit on my finger and I'm putting it on the outside of the, oh, that's beautiful. Look at that. There's some green sparkle in there, some more purple, but the base seems to be almost like a blackened purple. That's just so beautiful. Going back with that brush and with a different finger. I kind of want to lighten this up, and I really want to use this shade for some reason. But I'm going to use that in my inner corner, so I'm going to go into the silver next to it, which is a bit of a silvery blue. And I'm putting that on the inner part of the lid. That's beautiful. I think this is actually light enough to be an inner corner shade for me as well. So now I'm taking my small pencil brush and I'm going into this shade, which seems to be more of a warm pink. But there's a lot of purple in here as well. I love these types of shades. And I'm also layering it on top of that pink. Yes, that's beautiful. It all works together so well. And you know what? I'm also popping a little bit of this underneath the brow. I love this. I'm going to take a little bit. So of course this looks like a mess. I'm going to clean everything up. I'm going to add most of my face makeup and then we'll do the lip kit and a little bit of highlighter together. So I'm back. I think it went well. I used my Danessa Myricks Blurring Balm with the reformulated Dior foundation, which feels really nice. I used my Charlotte Tilbury bronzer with the Lunar Beauty blush palette, and I used the shade Pink Prince, which is this one over here. Now we're going to finish up the look. I'm waiting with my eyebrows till the very last minute, just so you're aware, because they're always a little sweaty and the brow gel just doesn't hold. So we're going to add a little bit of highlight. So I have this palette with 3, I think, duochrome highlighters. It's this really cute little palette. Yeah, there's definitely a shift there. This one goes from blue to green. This one goes from pink to blue. And this one goes from blue to brown. I'm honestly not sure if that one would work for me. It would be a really pretty eyeshadow. Look at that. I don't know, maybe. I'm not going to use that one today. Of course, anything that I do not use today, I'll use in that 3 looks 1 palette video. I really want to use Cosmos. I was so intrigued by that one. This middle shade. Oh, yeah. This is really nice and glittery. I see some gold, I see some red. This works really well with that blush. I don't really see any blue. I think that was just white. That looked a little bit blue because of everything blue around it. I'm also putting a little bit of this on my nose. Yes, I really like this. Yes, that's surprisingly wearable for how sparkly and multi-chromatic it is. So now finally we're going to try the lip kit, and honestly I'm not sure if I would usually pair these two together, but I'm going to get a lot of use out of them split up. But I'm talking about the Rick Hologram lip kit, which has this amazing metallic lip gloss in what I would call more of a mauve shade, which I think is just going to be stunning with so many looks, and it's something that I really do not have. And the same counts for the orange lip kit actually. So the lip liner that's paired with it is this dark purple, and I don't have a dark purple lip liner, but I actually do have a couple of dark colored, like pinky purple lipsticks that could really use one. So I think this will be very useful to me. I'm going to try them together right now, but I'm not really sure if the contrast isn't a little bit too high with my fair skin. See, I love this formula because it's very precise, but it spreads out easily enough, and it's pretty long lasting. Sometimes I find that at the end of the day, all my lip gloss will be gone, but then my lip liner will still be there. You can really create the perfect arch. You know, I like my lip line to be a little bit exaggerated, but I also like the center to be a little bit smoothed out, but then I do still like there to be a cupid's bow. It's a whole thing. It takes me 5 minutes, honestly. I decided to smudge it a little bit, which I really ought to do with a little brush or something. It'll be fine. Okay, so we can all agree that the lip line could be a little bit more precise, but now it's time for the showstopper, which is going to be this lip gloss. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. Honestly, I would wear this lip gloss with a different lip liner in the future. But I don't hate it. It's a little bit 90s. This lip gloss is stunning. It's not just metallic. It's actually, there's just so much glitter in there that it sort of looks metallic, but really it's just a very glittery lip gloss. And I do think it works with the lip liner. I don't know if it's a little bit too much with the eyeshadow. One of my favorite lip liners that I showed you earlier, this one from Barbie. It seemed really dark to me as well, but it's a lot lighter than this, and I think it would look beautiful with this lip gloss. All right, I added my brow gel, and this is going to be it for the finished look. Don't mind my sweaty hair. I've been running around all day. Let me go back a little bit. So this is what it looks like. I love everything about this. I'm not sure if I would pair everything like this together. Like I said, the lip is a little bit more than what I go for recently. But it's stunning, this lip gloss. I just love Glamlite's lip products. But I also love their eyeshadows. I mean, look at that. And this highlight. It's wonderful. If you want to see the orange part of the collection, some other shades maybe, then definitely subscribe, because I will do a 3 looks 1 palette video really soon. Thank you so much for watching. I had a lot of fun with this, even though it's very hot. And hopefully I'll see you in the next one.